Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yeah, thank you. We'll complete yesterday's portion. We have pending couple of slides. Then we'll jump into today's session. Okay, I'll just give me time. And open the presentation. Are you able to see the presentation? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll continue yesterday's session. Maybe in second half. Hopefully, we'll try to finish this. I mean, by the first half itself. Then we'll jump into the session. Okay. So I'm keeping you mute, everybody. If you have any questions, just put in message in chat box or you can raise your hand. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday we were discussing about one of the safety appraisal technique, which is plant safety inspection. We have seen what is mean by plant safety inspection, and we are about to discussing about this objectives of inspection. Objective means there will be a certain goal, or there will be a certain objective, or there will be a certain desire behind these inspections. అంటే ఇన్స్పెక్షన్ చేస్తున్నామంటే you're having some intention, you're expecting something come from or output as an inspection output. So the object will be to find out the hazard. The main is to find out the hazard, accident causes, unsafe conditions and actions, losses or appropriate remedial measures for their prevention and control. But why we are doing inspection, safety inspection, to identify the hazards and to also accident causes, whether unsafe conditions or unsafe actions, losses, and appropriate remedial measures for their prevention and control. I'd like to given a task. So can everybody drop a message like any unsafe action or any unsafe condition from your side? Just drop a message in chat box. Unsafe condition example and unsafe action examples. Just a small task to keep you engaged with the session. Just unsafe condition gani unsafe action gani oka message drop చేయండి. Example ఏంటి అన్నది chat box లో. To maintain safe work environment, operational profitability, and also control unsafe actions of people. So to maintain a safe work environment, how we can say safe work environment? The work environment is free from hazards, either maybe a physical or environmental or psychological or ergonomical, and operational profitability and also control unsafe actions. So increasing the profitability of the operations and also controlling the unsafe actions. To check the statutory provisions of the Factors Act and also similar any other statutory requirements. In case of any, identify the whether the statutory requirements we are fulfilling it or not. And to check the effectiveness of the existing systems and also find improvement if it is required for the purpose of total loss control. You will see the effectiveness of the existing system. Existing system in the sense, whatever the safety controls we are having. ఏవైతే మనకి సేఫ్టీ కంట్రోల్స్ అనేవి ఆల్రెడీ సిస్టంలో ఉన్నాయో, సిస్టమ్ అంటే కంపెనీలో ఉన్నాయో, ఇవి కాకుండా ఇంకేమన్నా పెట్టాలి. లేదంటే ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఉన్న సిస్టమ్స్ యొక్క ఎఫెక్టివ్నెస్ ఏంటంటే అది ఎంత బాగా పనిచేస్తున్నాయి, వాటి వల్ల మనకి ఎంత ఉపయోగం అనేది సేఫ్టీ ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్. To check the quality control, product safety, good manufacturing practices, wear and tear corrosion test also be a personal selection. So also we can check the quality control, product safety, good manufacturing practices, etc., etc. To gain workers' confidence in organized human activities and also a factor of life. To gain the workers' confidence. So if you're doing inspections means you will definitely take an action. What will happen? Okay, the safety people are working towards for us. You are doing inspection, you have to do inspection along with the workers. You cannot simply go as an alone and you should not roam around the mission. We should not do a production like a temple around the mission. So we have to go approach the operator, then we have to thank him for the supporting, and we have to request him how to understand the safety requirements of that specific operation or specific mission so that he can explain you better. So he knows more about his mission. Always we have to take the support of the mission operators while doing the inspection of the mission. Otherwise, maybe some of the areas it may hidden. Then types and procedures. You can see that types and procedures, there will be n number of types of inspections. One is periodic inspection, intermediate inspection, then general inspection, special inspection. Okay, I got a couple of answers from Bhagavati. A poor illumination, not wearing safety belt while working at height. Very good. And Rahul, unsafe condition, received the shipment was in damaged condition. Unsafe action, the shipment needs to unload in a single box at a time, but the member unloading the 5 boxes at a time. Okay, very good. And I need the answers from others also. Don't repeat the answer. I need from others also. Everybody has to participate. Otherwise, it will be like a one movie story. I'll be telling all the slides as a like a movie story. You will forget. I need the answers from everybody. Very good. Thank you, Murli Krishna Garu and Rahul. Yeah. As we seen, there are 4 types of inspections: periodic, intermediate, then general, special. These are the 4 types. Now we'll see what it says about. If you see a periodic inspection, the word itself it says that it is to be done on periodical basis, maybe in couple of days, once in a month, once in 15 days, once in 2 months, once in 3 months, like that. Plant, machinery, equipment, lifting machines, pressure vessels, apparatus, procedures, methods, and also health of the workers should be examined at a regular, a pre-planned period. And also statutory forms, checklist, tables, and a period of examination, if any, must be strictly followed. Equipment, lifting machines, then we have a periodic inspection. For example, lifting tools and tires we'll do once in 12 months, compressor once in 6 months, safety relay board once in 6 months, safety belt once in 6 months, all D-shackles and also chain shackles once in 12 months. So inspections. If it is below 40 years, we will do once in 12 months. If it is above 40 years, we will do once in 6 months. Audiometer tests we'll do once in 6 months. Like that, periodical inspections and also examinations. If it is a non-statutory, periodicity may be decided according to the need, and the whole area should be covered, and also plant people should be informed in advance in necessary arrangement. 1 second, guys. 1 minute. Okay, sorry, I have to attend an urgent call. Yeah, 1 second. Murli Krishna Garu, 1 second. I'll just give an access. Yes, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir. Regarding
Please.
lifting tools and tackles inspection and
Mhm.
full body harness inspection. Lifting tools and tackles inspected by every year or every month, sir. But the competent person,
So, competent person once
validity,
in 12 months, sir. Safety belts are once in 6 months. Lifting tools and tackles once in 12 months.
pressure vessels once in 6 months.
Once in 6 months, and the safety relief valves also once in 6 months. I mean, what safety relief valve which are there on the pressure vessels.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we'll get back to the session. Yeah, this planned periodic inspections will be a statutory or non-statutory also will be there. All should be covered. If you see, it should be a deliberate through a detailed, systematic and safety committee, safety officer or competent person, safety consultant, industrial hygienist, doctors, and also other safety, health and safety persons should be carried out such inspections. So all these people can be carried out these kind of inspections. So, yeah, safety officer will be do it, committee will be can do it, or consultant can be do it, because wherever their availability, wherever their applicability is there, there they can do their inspections. And next one is intermediate. It is carried out at regular intervals to check a new equipment installations, procedures and workers, modifications, incident analysis, etc. And some partial inspections are also carried out at a uncertain intervals. These are intermediate. So it is not a planned ones. Whenever any modification comes, then you'll go for inspection. Whenever any accident happens, then you'll do an analysis. Whenever any procedure changes happens, then you'll go for an inspection. These are intermediate, which is nothing but unplanned. Then general inspections. It is in a general or routine inspection to check the places which are not covered by other inspections, which means special and also intermediate and also పీరియాడిక్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్. ఏదైతే ఈ 3 ఇన్స్పెక్షన్స్లో కవర్ అవ్వో అవి మనము జనరల్ ఇన్స్పెక్షన్లో కవర్ చేస్తాం. ఏవి అంటే ఐసోలేటెడ్ ఏరియాస్, పార్కింగ్ ప్లేసెస్ అండ్ వాకింగ్, ఫెన్సింగ్, లైట్, ఇల్యూమినేషన్, దెన్ అండ్ రిపోర్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ లాంగ్ షట్ డౌన్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ లాంగ్ షట్ డౌన్, సో ఏదైనా ఒక ఎక్విప్మెంట్ ఒక లాంగ్ టర్మ్ షట్ డౌన్ చేశారంటే ఒక నెలల నుంచి సంవత్సరాల నుంచి యూజ్ చేయట్లేదు, అగైన్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద వన్ checked by general and also overhead inspections. These all will be the under general. Simple ga entante which all are the equipments or machines or places which are not covered in routine and also special and also periodic inspections. Then special inspections. The safety and also hazard analysis, incident investigation, checking of dangerous operations of vessels, building safety, and also subjects of complaints only, and also inspection during campaigns, new installations only for the storage process, methods, hand tools, scaffolds, guards, and facilities, protective equipments fall within this category. These are all going to be a special. So we will go for intentional inspections regarding the hazard analysis, and we will do an accident investigation. We'll go there especially for that checking that equipment or checking that particular area or checking that particular tool and checking for dangerous operations or a vessel. So we are looking for what are the activities which is happening, whether it is becoming a danger or whether it is becoming an hazard for the people. Then a subject of complaint. If you got any complaint saying that sir, this mission is giving an unnecessary noise or unnecessary vibration, then inspecting special campaigns and also new installations. Whenever the new installation comes, then you are going to do an inspection. All these will be comes under special inspections. Another one is continuous and ongoing inspection, which means some people like a safety officer or maintenance man, electricians spend their all time in observing certain equipments, vessels, processes, operations, and also safety devices, the personal protective equipment, etc., to maintain them in a safe and also efficient working condition. In the sense, for example, a tank level monitoring. If you see in a WTP operator in a water treatment plant operator, he is used to monitor continuously the level of the tank. And these continuous watch and also a familiarity with the employees, equipment, machines, and also environment are maintained as per the informer and also cooperative responsibility. This is about they are going to do a continuous monitoring, or continuously they will use to observe the activities. Then statutory inspections, this is called by a factory, or this is carried out by inspectors and also other authorities under the various safety statutes. Strict and also timely compliance is necessary, as we deal breach of law or attract the prosecution. And for the most of the factories where there is no system of internal inspection, statutory inspection is only the effective inspection. Therefore, it should be carried out in detail, and also the government must employ sufficient staff to achieve the better inspections. So if you see nowadays, the inspector of factories also, they have increased their frequency of inspections. Before and all, it is very minimal. Now they are coming as per the schedules and they are conducting the inspections. Okay, these are the various types: periodic, intermediate, general, special, then continuous, statutory inspections. Okay, now we'll get into a planning procedures. How you are going to do a planning. So if you see a person making inspections for this familiar, he should know how and should be knowledge of the plant, relevant standards, codes and rules. Whatever the equipment or whatever the media or whatever the process you are doing, you should have a sound knowledge of the plant and also relevant standards which is applicable to the specific area. A systematic inspection steps or checklist and the method of using the data, evaluating and reporting and writing. They should have like a friends and also philosophers and guides, and they should explain what, why, and how, and they should know the reasons of the past accidents, warning unsafely, and also safe alternatives, remedial measures, and they should convince the people for better practice. So while you are doing inspection, you should able to try to get the details of the past accident cases. Is there any near misses happens with these equipments or in this specific area? Is there any errors which is done by any specific operator? And also we should be get all the details from the operators. If you see the basic steps in inspection, generally to conduct a department head for his help, what we have to do directly, you should not jump into action. I'm giving a practical example. If you're directly jumping into an action, writing something in a production area, immediately production manager will come. अरे यार ये सेफ्टी वाला क्या लिख रहा है, ये तो कुछ मेरे को बांबू लगाने के लिए कुछ तो प्लान कर रहा है करके, then they will upset. ఏదైనా కూడాను ఒక ప్రొడక్షన్ ఏరియాలో ఒక అన్నోన్ ఏరియాలోకి వెళ్తున్నాము, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ యువర్ టెరిటరీ. సో అడవిలో జంతువులకి టెరిటరీ ఉంటుంది. దెర్ విల్ బి టెరిటరీ ఫర్ ద ఈచ్ యానిమల్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఫర్ ద లయన్స్ అండ్ టైగర్స్. So they will not allow others to come in. Like production, maintenance, R&D or quality area, they have their lions and tigers. So first of all, you should go and request them, sir, can I enter your territory and I have to inspect your area? So they will feel a bit comfortable. And to observe all conditions of compliance with established standards and checklist, which will be preferable. If you are not known or you are not having knowledge in that specific area, better you'll go with a standard checklist. And to observe all operations for unsafe actions and also violations of safety rules, and to prepare a systematic report with all the hazards detected and also corresponding remedial measures. The report should be include a good suggestions of the plant people, and also recommendations may be discussed with the personal concern. First of all, we have to do take a permission from the department head, then observe all the conditions and compliance with established standards. In a sense, whatever the standards already is there in the plant, whether they are meeting or not, then to observe all the operations and safe actions. So మనం ఏంటి ప్లాంట్ లో సేఫ్టీకి పెట్టుకున్న స్టాండర్డ్స్ అనేవి ఫాలో అవుతున్నారా లేదా, దెన్ we have to observe ఎవరైనా అన్సేఫ్ యాక్షన్స్ వైలేషన్స్ ఏమైనా చేస్తున్నారా సేఫ్టీ రూల్స్ ని, దెన్ we have to make a systematic report with the hazards detected. ఏవైతే ప్రమాదాలను కనిపెట్టామో we have to detect, then corresponding remedial measures, whatever the remedial measures which are required, ఏవైతే వాటిని నివారించే లేదంటే తగ్గించే యాక్షన్స్ ఏమైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని తీసుకోవాలి. Then the report should also include a good suggestion. This is a very good point. Any inspection you are doing, first you start with the good points, because directly we should not jump into the negative. So first of all, you should talk about the good points or good practices they are doing. We have to appreciate. Then we can keep the points where there is a scope of improvement. ekkadaithe manaki improvement scope undo, then we have to start from that, and it has to be discussed with the concerned person. like how an internal audit can be done. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. How when we are doing an internal audit or any external audit, the auditor will tell you the non-conformity before putting into a closing meeting. So he will tell you that because of so and so reason, I'm writing this non-conformity. So that we also discuss with the concerned people before you are going to put in a public platform. The report should be sent to a concerned people for the complaints, and follow-up action should be continued till full compliance is achieved, and also report to the management. So it has to be given to the people for the taking proper action, and also it has to be continued until you are getting or achieved by the concerned actions, and also it is to the management in the safety committee meetings or management review meetings. Then we'll see what is the safety checklist. A safety checklist, in the sense, a process or a system checklist are used to identify the common hazards and ensure the compliance with the standard procedures. Safety checklist is a process or system checklist are used to identify the common hazards and ensure a compliance with the standard procedures. Whatever the procedures are there, whether we are following it or not. A checklist is a convenience, a means of communicating a minimum acceptable level and the hazards evaluation. It can be as detailed as necessary to satisfy the specific situation. So checklist is a convenient means. For example, even I'm not having knowledge. నాకు ఆ ప్రాసెస్ గురించి కానీ ఆ ఎక్విప్మెంట్ గురించి ఎటువంటి నాలెడ్జ్ లేదు. But I have a checklist. I can go and ask this question to the operator. He will say yes or no. If it is yes, it is okay. If it is not, then it is not meeting the requirement. And checklist should be regularly audited and updated, and they provide a results quickly. This checklist, what will happen? It will not take any time because you have a set of questions. You can ask one by one. Within a short time of period, you will get the results. And checklists are complementary to the inspection technique and also make the inspections more perfect, speedy, and systematic. And there are so many checklists designed in various ways and also differing plant to plant and person to person based on their knowledge and experience. Industry, plant, process, equipment, tools, missions wise, and also checklists are those a good housekeeping occupy the volumes, and therefore some of the sample points are to be given on the checklist for textile, chemical, and also housekeeping as given respective chapters. So what will happen? This checklist will be a design. It makes easy to the people to do an inspection easily. So it will makes a quick decision we can take. It will give a systematic details of that specific area. Now we'll see a broad checklist for the some of the plant inspections. If you see an environmental factors, a part mostly likely to develop unsafe or unhealthy condition because of stress, wear, also impact, vibration, heat, corrosion, reactions or misuse or negligence. These are the some of the factors we can be checked into a part of environmental factors. Or you can add the temperatures and also light and also air quality also can be added in the environmental factors. If you go missionary side, pinch points, catch points, shear points, and squeeze points, run inputs, operation points, power transmission, shaft, a belt and gears, pulleys, and electronic power, and also unsafe starting or stopping mechanism, and also mission guarding. So these are the some of the checkpoints we can use for the machines. If you see a tools, a wrong tool for the job, tool in unsafe condition, or placed in unsafe position, hazards or defects of hand tools and also machine tools. And if you see in a work area, it will be a flooring, it is uneven, obstructed, slippery, cramping quarters, are exposed to the traffic issue, insecure, piles, overhead material, poor illumination, glare, high temperatures, low temperatures, etc., will be comes under a work area checklist. And if you see in the material handling, you can see nature of material, objective, heavy or unwidely, rough, sharp, hot, whatever the parameters or characteristics of the material will be comes under this material handling. If you go to an equipment, whether it is in a pressure vessel, revolving or vibrating equipment, pumps, motors, tanks, and also scrubber, flare, effluent treatment plants, safety devices, maintenance tools, etc., will be comes in this. Then unsafe work practices, operating without authority, operation at unsafe speed, guards removed and also made ineffective, use of defective tools or using unsafely, handling materials unsafely, standing on work under suspended loads. These all will be the unsafe work practices, also called as unsafe actions. Then specific points. A special checklist points depend on a specialty of the plant, process, material, etc. And the points not classified elsewhere should be included here. In case those all the points which are not included in other areas, it can be included here. If you see the special checklist for the points of a plant layout will be machine guarding, housekeeping, lighting, ventilation, fire, metal handling, also visualization, etc. Can be. Now, safety survey. This is also one of the safety appraisal technique. A safety survey is a detailed examination of narrower or a specific major key area, identify the safety inspection or an audit, individual plant, a procedure or a particular problem, a common to your workers as a whole. And it is followed by a formal report, action plan, also subsequent monitoring. What we will do is in a safety review, it is a detailed examination of any specific area and also called as an inspection or audit. Here it can be done for individual plant or it can be done for the whole plant. It is followed by a formal report, action plan, and also subsequent monitoring. And it is a general inspection of a particular dangerous activities, process, or area. And it is a difference with the safety audit is an evidence, and safety audit covers all the plant one by one, while safety survey picks up only one or two most hazardous importance parts of the plant and carry out its inspection in depth. So here what will happen? The audit will be done for the complete activity one by one, but the safety survey will be done for most hazardous and also important areas in your plant, and it is conducted by the expert team. For example, third party inspections, third party surveys, third party monitoring, they will come and do the special inspections or surveys. Then safety study, and here a particular area is selected. What we'll do is we will select an area and it is critically studied in detail. So any activity you're doing, work at height, or any specific mixture or any filter or any special operation has been introduced, we are going to study about that in detail of that activity. A report is prepared and also submitted to the authority. The study report is useful to all the concerned, and also a safety study of one of the industrial estate examines all or sample factories in an estate requires a point of mostly in the performance and also gives an actual picture of the state of affairs in the respect of safety. For example, governments also used to do this safety study on any specific industrial area, how the companies are following the safety practices, what are the best practices they're following. Then they will make in a report, they will tell that the condition of the safety factors in that specific industrial area. And it spells about the number of recommendations and also remedial measures based on the study. So once you have made a study, it will also recommend the remedial measures. What and all, it will identify the gaps and also what measures need to be taken care. Then safety tour, it is an unscheduled examination of a work area carried out by the workers, managers, or safety committee members to ensure that the standards of the housekeeping are at the acceptable level and hazards are removed and also safety standards are observed, and its scope is less than the safety inspection. It is a general inspection of the workplace. Safety tour in the sense, casually the safety committee or team of members or safety officer, they will go for a casual walk. They will try to see whether they are all the safety practices are being following it or not, all the housekeeping standards are being maintained or not, and they will try to identify any hazards are there in that tour. It is a short term activity. They will just go for a walk and they will try to identify. Even some of the companies, they will choose a day, they will go along with the plant head. So that what will happen, the people also, they will understand the requirement of the safety. If the top management itself they are involving in the activity of the safety, so they will understand, okay, the company is concerning about the safety of the people, so they should follow that. And it is not that much effective than the safety inspection. Then safety review. This is also one of the appraisal technique. Its purpose is to identify unsafe conditions or reporting procedure that could lead to an accident. It ensures that the plant and procedures match the design intent and also standards. The procedure initiates application of new technology to existing hazards, the review operating procedures for necessary revision, reviews adequate maintenance of safety inspections, the key plant personnel alert to the process hazards. Is about the review. How, what are the conditions are there, and also how an equipment is operating, whether it is operating as per the design intent. Design intent in the sense, as per the requirement, the machine is working it or not. Then it will review the maintenance, whether proper maintenance has been doing it or not. And also it will keep you on updating the people and also alert condition. Okay, these are the specific hazards are there, and these will be the chances of a failure of this equipment. It will be keep on alerting the people, and also it will applies a new techniques to the existing hazards. How the hazard can be eliminated? Is there any new systems or any detection system or any control systems or which are there in the market? They're trying to implement on it. Then GMP. I think GMP will be a most popular technique. Most of the people who is working in pharmaceutical industries, a good manufacturing practices. And this is a concept was first developed by a pharmaceutical manufacturer association USA in 1961. As the first GMP regulations were issued by the US Food and Drug Association in 1963, and also subsequently adopted in 1969 by the World Health Organization (WHO). These concepts are organized for the quality control in pharmaceutical industry is also used for the other industries. It is not only strict or it is not only helpful for the pharmaceutical, it can be implemented in any manufacturing sector because it helps in overall improvement in the manufacturing practices for quality elements of the mission and material, and also methods a point include in this GMP practices. So it will talk about 4 M's: a man, a machine, a material, and methods. How my man is skillful, how my machinery is effective, how much effective it is, and also the materials what we are doing, whether the quality of the raw materials, the quality of the finished goods, how what are the hazards associated with this material, and what kind of safety precautions to be considered while handling these materials in and out of they will consider, and also methods, what kind of methods I'm following. Is this method is safe to follow, and if I follow this method, what will be the potential hazards or potential consequences I should face? All this will be explained in this, or although also considered in this GMP. Then, if you see some of the points include apart from this, hygiene, product security, importance of labeling, defined procedures, also cross contamination, housekeeping, and safety. These are the some of the points also included in this GMP. If you see, the GMP brings us a nearer to the ultimate good product with the built-in quality or safety. And WHO requirements for the GMP are personal, premises, equipment, sanitation, starting material, manufacturing, operations, labeling, packing, quality control system, self-inspections, distribution records, complaints, and report of adverse reactions. Now, all the process, procedures, records, systems are clearly defined, and also personal operations are trained, and also records are well documented for the quality and also safety assurance at every stage. Every stage it will be involving the people whoever is involved in the activity, they should be trained on this their specific area, and also it should be documented and also keep it as a record. That is about the GWP. Okay, I think this is an additional slide. This is about the leading and lagging indicators. Okay, fine. With this, we have done our session. We have another 3 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask now. From the second session, we will start today's topic, hazard identification techniques. I'll give this PPT to the madam. They will share you today. Because I have not shared yesterday, it was not completed. They will keep it to you. Yes, next class continue. We'll continue because we have a less short of time. Next class will continue hazard identification techniques. Don't escape, huh? We have a class. Try to be here. Yes, we got a couple of responses. Sorry, I have not. I'll just go through the responses. Unsafe conditions. Yes, we got. Jane, yeah. Thank you, Jane. Unsafe action. If any work or using any missions without having or without knowing the safety of the work or not using safety precautions during the okay unsafe action. This is a skill. Okay, very good. Thank you. And Sinraj, unsafe condition. No oxygen sensor availability in the nitrogen or helium or argon usage area. Okay, very good. An unsafe action working on rotating equipment without applying a load. Okay, very good. And no other responses. Okay, fine. No doubts. We'll wind up the session because 1 minute only. Just taken a break. Then we'll start in the second session. Yeah, I already shared actually. You just check with the madam. I've already shared Damodaran. I've already shared. Please check with the madam. Please join for the next session because we don't have time. Exactly 8:30 we'll start the session. We will not going to be wait for anybody. Please, I'm requesting you to join a sharp 8:30. Okay. Thank you.